Hi, how are you cuties doing? So today we're going to be talking about the VShojo debacle. I know the news dropped like some time ago, but I still don't know anything about it. And I know not all of you cuties are really into VTuber news. So there's still going to be some of you that are learning something right along with me. And I can't wait. So why don't we turn the lights down low, snuggle in close, and see what we have here. Okay, here we go. So we are taking a look at two videos today. I think one is going to be like a quick explanation or summary of the VShojo debacle. I haven't seen any of these, so we're going to be learning together, and we are starting with Chibi Reviews. I I honestly haven't seen a whole lot of his content. I do know that he is a very big weeb, which I do appreciate. So I don't know like a whole lot about Chibi's reviews, so we're going to be learning about him with this video. And I can't, oh my gosh. Oh, he's got the free rent case. What the fuck? Okay, anyway, I'm done. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's do this. Let me do full screen. There we go.
VShojo collapse and
Whoa. Okay. We need that. Need to turn him up. And there we go again.
witnessing VShojo collapse and implode in under 12 hours is a pretty impressive feat. I don't think I've ever seen a company the size of VShojo ever collapse as quickly, and just all of us seeing in real time last night and this morning is some pretty insane stuff. And so for those that are completely unaware of what VShojo is, which I'd be shocked because
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. I'm going to shock the guy because I've never heard of VShojo. Once again, I know almost little about the VTuber community, despite or like VTubers in general. Despite being a VTuber myself, I don't know. So I'm learning that this company is was because they are. I don't think they have any VTubers left. There is VTubers used to sign up with them. They would provide like management services and gigs and whatnot. Basically, it would like skyrocket a person into popularity. So like Amy Lee, Kuro, Kson, and Melody have all announced they're leaving VShojo. I keep wanting to call it VShojo Senshi. Ironmouse recently revealed the agency owes over 500,000 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Holy shit! Yeah.
there is a correlation of VTubers and stuff and that type of culture with anime and manga, I would be completely shocked if you don't know who VShojo is. But the big point is that they were a talent agency that housed some of the biggest VTubers that the entire internet knows. One in particular being Ironmouse. And to make a long story short, VShojo, basically, it was revealed that they stole $500,000 from Ironmouse, her charity stream. There's a bunch of other stories coming out. Like, I think Kson said that there's enough money they owe her that she could buy a Ferrari with.
Oh, wow.
I
mean, that is insane. That is a lot of fucking money. Or that, well, I mean, like, that's a lot of money. I don't know how they got away with this for so long. So does that mean they're like a money laundering scheme? Does that make them one? Where I mean, like, or is it just theft? Is it more than just? Is that death behind him? I am so jealous. I need that.
Have everybody else like Amelie and Kuro and all of them leaving the agency. And if you take a look at VShojo's actual affiliations, like if you go to their social media page and you click affiliates, there's no one left. There's no one. They have nothing here. And that, it's the end. Like, this company is cooked. Like, it is, there's never been a bigger time to say something's cooked than this moment right here. Because VShojo, there's no coming back from this. Like, the fact that they owe just Ironmouse alone, okay? Like, just looking at Ironmouse.
I am impressed. Did she have to pay like a certain amount of money to leave VShojo? I mean, I have some questions. Is like all these people that left, did they have the right? Or like, I don't know, do you have to pay like a penalty fee, or because they did something like illegal, does that mean that they get to leave without having to pay a penalty? I don't know what the particulars are for VTubers, especially ones under a company. Um I mean, the fact that they got away with it for this long to rack up this kind of amount is insane. How many of these charities did they steal from? And I mean, ooh, what are the consequences?
This is like stuff here alone. The fact that they own $500,000, okay, and the context of it is because of a charity stream. And that's not including the other talent that's obviously left and backed out from this agency. This is such a nuclear level meltdown to a company that it's just, there's no recovery. Like, let's just go on a hypothetical here, okay? Let's say hypothetically VShojo doesn't shut down, okay, completely. They're gonna try to get talent. They need new talent. I mean, once again, I'm gonna show it here. All their big stars and everything is now gone for very good reason. They have no affiliates left. Nobody probably wants to work with them, and that's the big point. Like, they need new talent, but who's gonna want to work with a company?
I mean, he's right. Who is? Well, hold on. Who is going to want to work with them? I mean, honest, they really messed up. That is crazy. So, yeah, he's got a point.
Company that obviously has been very neglectful for paying their talent, but also stealing money from a charity. Like, that's insane. Like, that's actually freaking insane. And
I mean, I've always kind of wondered if companies were stealing from charities anyway. Like, I mean, you don't just get like $1 million and then somebody not look at that million and go, "Hey, I would like a slice of that pie." I just can't see it. So the fact that they're getting caught just means that they stole too much. Because I don't know, is that common? Do people commonly steal from like fundraisers and stuff like that?
so let's back up here for a second and let's just let's calm it down for a sec. So obviously what I'm talking about here, VShojo and all this, is not normally what I typically
Okay, I know this has nothing to do with anything, but I love how the thing just says show Joe. That's cute. Never mind.
talk about when it comes to my content, but I was blown away seeing this, because obviously I've watched VTubers here and there, I have talked about certain things in the past about VTubers, but just seeing a massive company that's a content creation company or a talent agency doing this is, wow. Like, I would have expected this to happen to Niji Sanji before I would have saw VShojo do this. Now, there has been warning signs here and there over the years.
I do not know what Niji Sanji is. Okay, Niji Sanji is a virtual YouTuber agency owned by Any Color Inc. The agency was founded in 2018 with the purpose of promoting the use of live 2D models and live streaming as opposed to the 3D and clips format popularized by Kson I. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So apparently they're just as shady.
Years, but just to straight up see something that, like this, with this company, that, let's just be completely blunt, seemed like the lesser of evils amongst the other talent agencies for VTubers, is, crazy. Like, yeah, this is the end for this company. Like, there's no way they're gonna have talent, there's no way anyone's gonna want to work with them after all these things that came out, and there's definitely a legal battle that is building up. Now, I do want to talk about something, though, that's very fascinating. So, VShojo, obviously, this is in the middle of the day when I'm recording this. It's been about probably 16, 18 hours, basically, since everything happened. Like, you know, Ironmouse came out and it's like she was leaving, you know, VShojo. At this current time, as you can see, there is, no official announcement or statement from VShojo. VShojo's storefront, it's completely unavailable.
Oh, wow. That is crazy. I didn't think they were going to shut down their store. They are completely... Oh, so they're getting prepared. They are probably in a mad scramble right now, trying to make sure that they can probably scrub whatever they can. Oh, this is so nuts. I cannot believe the cojones on this company. Oh my gosh.
Now, what this basically means is that they are not just lost all their affiliates and all their talent, but they're now shutting down shop, pretty much. So they're not even making money with their shop, their store right now, which is just like, it's implying with the lack of statement and then this going on, it's like they're trying to either A, brush it under the rug and never acknowledge it, or they're about to just run and leave, like dash and dine, like, or dine and dash, that's the proper term. They just wanting to get up and leave, take the money and run. Obviously, there's probably going to be some legal issues, like with lawsuits and stuff. I mean,
Are there legal issues? Like, could they donate? What is the percentage that you actually have to give the charity from all the donations that you receive for said charity? Like, how much of a tax do you put on it, or does that company put on it that says, hey, since we're the middleman for this charity, we get an X percentage? Whoops, I don't know what I hit. But yeah, I'm curious about that. There is no legal or fixed percentage of donations that must go to a charity from a fundraiser. The amount that goes to the charity depends on various factors, including the charity's operational model, fundraising expenses, and administrative costs. While there are no hard rules, the common benchmark is that a charity should spend at least 65% of its total expenses on programs, meaning no more than 35% should go towards fundraising and administration combined. According to Charity Watch, the most highly efficient charities spend 75% or more of income towards their cause. 25% less should go towards the cost of doing business, administration, fundraising, etc. Huh. Okay, so they don't have to have a set cause or cost, but okay, so then from what I'm getting at is that they don't have to have a set cost. What it is that it is typical that they give 75% or more of that expense to that charity, and they keep the 25% or more, depending. Okay, so are there legal ramifications? Are there legal ramifications for not turning in the money? Oh man. That being the case, then does Ironmouse get the money back? Or did they steal from Ironmouse, actually?
For some massive legal issues in the future for this company. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard someone say that Kson as well, part of VShojo, she actively called the Japanese CEO of VShojo on live stream, and basically he's like, where's my money? I don't know if that's true. You can fact check me on that, but that's what I saw people talking about as well. So yeah, it's crazy, man. I could not believe what I was witnessing when I was just like scrolling the timeline. And I think everybody at this point has seen this, but I'm getting my thoughts out there because I couldn't believe this big, massive company like VShojo just, yeah, it literally 12 hours, under 12 hours, it's dead. And once again, Ironmouse is like one of the biggest VTubers, okay, of all time.
Again, I know nothing about Ironmouse, but yes, I do know that she is one of the, she is one of the biggest ones out there, like he said. So, wow, they lost all their VTubers. Were they a big company? Oh, it was considered a significant agency in the VTuber space, particularly in North America, but it has recently, yeah, of course, it's experiencing a crisis. That's putting it lightly.
Yeah, it's some crazy stuff. I'll leave it at that, though. I know this is very off-topic and very different. I really do hope that Ironmouse gets the money she deserves for the charity and stuff. I hope Kson gets paid. All the other VTubers, basically. Anyone that was done wrong by this company, I do 100% hope that they get the money and payments that, they are due. And I do also hope that they just don't try to work with very evil companies, so to speak. I mean, as we can clearly see as of late in the last few months to years now, it seems to be more profitable for these VTubers to be independent and become indie than actually working with a talent agency, because these talent agencies, they're not good, man. Like, just,
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. That's why I will not ever have a I'll be working with somebody like that. I would much rather be indie and figure things out that way. But I just cannot imagine going through that. Holy crap. Guys, if I ever do a fundraiser, just so you know, I will in fact uh be donating, I think most, if not all, of the donations to charity because I just don't think that keeping it would be the right thing to do. Like, I don't think I could live with myself if I just was like, you know what, just gonna keep that. So yeah, that's nuts. Okay, so this is from Tecton, and he dropped this one 15 hours ago. So I think there might be like a slight update. Might not be, but we're gonna find out together, or at least he might give us some more details. Oh, you got little people like waving at you from Twitter, or not Twitter, Twitch. Look, they're waving. How cute! I didn't know you could do that. I love it.
And nothing that I will say will cause them harm whatsoever. So we're going to cover over all the updates, and then I'm going to tell you guys something that I think is very important to notice. It is going to tackle on Nuxtaku, Nyanners, Ironmouse, etc., as well as the, let's just leave it as the odd separation of pre-existing members that happened at VShojo. They even made Silver's mom sign an NDA. Wait, what? My heart goes out to all the communities affected by this recent news. I wish that there's a surprising and heartwarming, heart-wrenching for a lot of people. There's a lot I wish I could say, but I signed a pretty aggressive NDA, true. They made my mom sign one too. You know who they didn't make sign one? Me! And I know everything! So I'm gonna talk about a lot of shit. All I can say is that it's been a bad, long time. It's been bad for a long time, and I warned everyone as much as I could.
That's crazy. Yeah, you got to remember these people will talk to him. He'll find out. Or if not him, definitely others. And then you'll never know where they got that information from. Although I will admit that I don't know Tectone's circumstance. It could be like something else entirely. Like he did at one I don't know. Maybe he did at one point work there, or he worked with a lot of people who did tell them stuff like that. I don't know. Or you know what? You could do the classic route of somebody sent a letter anonymously. You know? I have no clue.
It was so much worse than you could imagine. The VTubers make the agency now the other way around. Take advantage of those people you trusted as vile. Never derive your value from agency. Believe in yourself and your content because you're worth so much more than you can imagine. I'm just going to leave it at this, and I'm not going to say anything further on this matter. If you have to make Silvervale and her mom sign a very aggressive NDA, it's probably pretty bad, huh? It's probably pretty bad. I'm not going to talk about that. It's not my place. And let's get on to the rest. Nyanners.
I mean, if you have to sign an NDA, most of the time, I kind of worry about how bad they would be in the beginning, or like to begin with, rather. Because I mean, you don't put in an NDA, an aggressive one at that, for no reason. Like, I don't know. So if they're stealing from other companies, then how do you? I mean, like, what else are they seeing? What else are they experiencing? I am I am honestly very curious to what these people have to say, like Ironmouse, Kson. I really do want to know like how they're I want to know what they're gonna drop. You know, like what bombshell are they gonna drop that makes this matter worse? Because you can't tell me that the charity is gonna be the worst thing that they had to deal with. I just don't believe that it would be. I just think it's like the tip of the iceberg, or straw that broke the camel's back, stuff like that. That got us to this point.
Weighs in. Says VShojo did not pay her for a sponsored stream where she got swatted. One of the many things she hasn't been paid for.
Like, get out of there. So that was like one of the like glimmers of hope. I was like, you know what? I went through all that, but at least I'll get paid. And wouldn't you know it? Like, one of the many things that they have failed to pay me for over the course of literal years was that stream, the one that I got swatted during. it just like it felt like a kick.
In the fucking balls is what she would say. But
Oh my gosh, it's like they're punishing her for something that was beyond her control. That is crazy. I mean, these sound like young ladies, you know, they sound super young. It could be because they're Asian, to be frank. But like the fact that she was swatted actually sounds like she should be paid extra, you know? So it makes me wonder, maybe somebody in the company swatted her so they didn't have to pay her whatever they owed her for whatever reason. You know, it just sounds like a possible underhanded tactic.
unfortunately, she's a cat. She has no balls. One of your streamers going through a very traumatic event and getting swatted during a sponsor stream they didn't want to do, which, by the way, Nyanners is notoriously famous for fucking ghosting sponsors because, you know, she has a lot of issues in her personal life. To go through with this sponsor and then withhold payment because your company is fucking failing. And by the way, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a rumor and a little bit of a hint towards why they've had to take so much fucking money from their girls at the very end of this video. Let's keep going here. Henya weighs in as well.
Leaving VShojo, and unfortunately, VShojo owes me significant amount of unpaid debt that I haven't been paying in a long time.
It also sucks because VTubers really aren't allowed to talk about how much money they make. But I mean this genuinely, guys. The amount of money that VShojo has scammed these girls is most likely well within 8 figures.
What? What the fuck?
Holy shit! 8 figures? That's incredible! Not that they make it, the fact that they didn't get paid that. And they still worked because they had to. That's exploitation. Oh my gosh. I do not regret my choice in deciding to go indie. I don't think I've ever regretted my choice in going indie. I don't think I ever will, for that matter. Oh my goodness. These poor girls.
They have very rabid fan bases, and they also are very good at driving marketing. But VShojo scammed these girls of a lot of fucking money.
This situation has been truly heartbreaking. I truly trusted the company, and this has been like deeply upsetting to me.
Do you think we'll start seeing lawsuits flying? Guys, they've already started to fly. 1,000,000% lawsuits are already beginning.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, man. And these guys are never going to be able to pay back what they owe. Ever. They are done. They are so fucked. Holy crap. And rightly so. I hope they're all brought to justice. I hope that they're at least able to give these girls the money that they're owed. I mean, there could be boys in there. I don't know. But like, I am honestly speechless. Like, that's insane. 8 figures? Holy shit. Yeah, if those lawsuits, I'd be impressed if there was not a lawsuit going on, actually. I just don't know, like, to what degree they could be sued or, like, what these companies are able to get away with and stuff like that.
I know of at least 2. No, trust me, VShojo is VShojo over.
It's Jover.
A few years ago, I was in a situation.
Side note, and I really hate to just pause to give like this little comment, but bro, Henya's eyes are just so fucking cute. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah.
This model is so nice. Anyway, sorry, I just had to say that.
Where I thought about quitting VTubing, giving up all of my dream. I quit everything. But then, after I joined VShojo, I thought everything will be alright. And then I felt like I could tell you guys that, hey guys, thank you for always having my back, but it's gonna be okay.
You think VShojo will capitulate or they'll go scorched earth and try to countersue and drag it out? Well, a normal corporation would countersue and drag it out. VShojo is not like that. VShojo does not have the money to do that. VShojo is a failed business. There is no way they have the funds to be able to drag this, as well as if they ever try to do that, do you think these girls' fan base won't supply them with the funds they need?
Yeah, no, they're going to go nuts. They will be more than happy to help these girls. And it's the fact that they are going through all this heartache, that they have to basically up in their lives again after going through that terrible company, the terrible situations that they're going through, not getting paid, being harassed, and then they're not gonna, they get nothing from it. So they go through that heartache, and then they have to go through the heartache of, basically, if they need to rely on others. And to me, that's hard to do. So I assume that for them, it might be also hard for them to do. I don't know. I don't live their lives. I can't speak for them, nor would I. But I just feel like there is a level of difficulty that goes with, aside from, just being shafted by your company repeatedly, just asking for help in general. I don't know. Again, that's probably just me.
Guys, these girls have access to millions of dollars on demand. And the longer VShojo drags it out, the more they're going to get fucked.
Holy shit. So they've been siphoning a lot of money from them. Holy shit. That just blows my mind. I cannot even comprehend it. And then they thought, I think that what blows my mind the most is that they really thought that they were going to just get away with it for a long period of time. And they did. I mean, since 2018, I think 2018 was when they were founded. So they were probably like, oh yeah, it's fine. We could scam even more and never get caught. They got even greedier. This is what you get, honestly.
Ironmouse amassed an extra $500,000 in less than 24 hours just because she asked for it. If they say that VShojo is attempting to countersue and drag it out, here's $5 million, my queens. Ironmouse does one subathon, makes another $4 million. Ironmouse alone could take down.
I am blown away. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. But still, they do work hard. I still don't change my stance, but damn, that is a staggering amount. Like, holy crap.
Down VShojo. And I mean that shit. Then you get all the girls back together, and I'm going to explain to you why there's been a rift, by the way. Let's keep going here.
Oh, it's gonna be all right. That's how I really felt when I joined. I am just so sad right now that... And I am so sorry that I need to make an announcement like this and make you guys worry. I am really, really sorry.
I mean, guys, I'll be real. If they were having money issues and they needed my help to fundraise, I would absolutely do a subathon where 100% of the proceeds go directly to any of these girls and their lawsuits. I would do that 1,000,000%. Absolutely. Bro, I fucking hate corporations. I don't think you guys understand how much I hate big corporations. They're pieces of shit. They abuse everybody. They manipulate everything. And the only thing they care about is money. That is it. That is it. That is why any...
Oh my gosh, that is so fucking based. Yes, exactly why I don't want anything to do with people. I am even a little bit skittish about having a sponsor because it's just like, I feel like they might want too much later. And I won't know how to handle it properly or make sure that I don't accidentally screw myself over somehow. I don't know how sponsors work though. So, I mean,
corporation that I ever get involved with is much more lackadaisical and much more personable, with policies like creator first, company second, to where if a company fucks you, we'll take care of it. I genuinely hate how bad corpos are in 2025, and to be honest, since the dawn of time, they're so bad. A CEO of VShojo is being called out for going radio silent in his company's implosion. The CEO of VShojo JP branch, Koshi Makino, had the decency to show up and provide explanation he could offer. How much you trust from him is up to you. Meanwhile, the CEO of VShojo Gunrun is completely silent and apparent absent. Where is the money, Gunrun? I'll be real. Speaking of people who are weird as fuck of part of VShojo, I'm just gonna say it. You can get mad at me if you want. Mao Tendu is weird as fuck. Straight. I'm.
Mao Tendu? Oh my gosh, that is that's quite a name. I like it. Mao Tendu. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, guys. I've never met more of an egotistical douchebag than Mao Tendu, if I'm even saying his fucking name right. That guy is a piece of shit. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for all the shit to come out about him. Don't worry, guys. You'll find out soon enough. Who? Great. I'm glad you don't know him. Anyways, let's keep going here. Melody announces streaming break after leaving VShojo. I'd rather go on a ball for 1 to 2 weeks. Taking a little break, I think it'd be healthy for me. I've learned plus experienced so many things, and instead of airing my own grievances, I'd rather curl up on a ball for 1 to 2 weeks. I'll be back, hornier and ready for a new chapter in life. I love you all so much. Thank you for your kind words. Also, during my absence, the mods will not be fed. Thank you. I think that's probably a good idea. And this is where Nyanners announced that she didn't get paid for a sponsorship. We already talked about this. So, I'm just going to speak on some things that I think need to be talked about. I don't know if any of the girls are allowed to talk about this. There's one thing that I set out to do during these videos, when I talk about VShojo, when I talk about VTuber issues, I very much try my hardest to give a accurate representation of the truth.
I mean, what about Na Tendo or Ni Tendo? Man, I bet you get sued to oblivion. I really do like Tecton. He breaks it down for you, and I like how he adds in like little extra tidbits of knowledge. It's so fun to just learn more things behind the scenes. Granted, I still don't watch like a lot of his videos outside of this, but like I do like he adds like a little bit of spice, a little bit of seasoning.
VShojo has been feeding the girls lies since day one. Whether you want to admit it or not, the girls in VShojo were very naive. And I don't mean that for one case or for a couple cases. I mean every single one of them was naive as shit. And once again, I'm not faulting them for that. I am not faulting them for that. I am not going to guilt them. That happens, right? They're a bunch of VTubers doing their own thing. A big corpo approaches them and says, "We'll make you famous, Toots." That's great. That's great to hear. Unfortunately, if you have noticed, almost every single one of them has been scammed out of hundreds of thousands of dollars minimum. The common trend that has happened with VShojo is mental manipulation. Once again, I hate that word because everybody believes that women can be manipulated and they're naive, and unfortunately, the internet thinks that all women are stupid, but there are some women who use it to their advantage. This is not the case in my humble opinion. I understand we will get manipulated by corporations. Even I have been on the receiving end of the shit stick from corporations. When the whole Nux Taku issue came out, and I'm sure
Okay, I do not know anything about Nux Taku. I don't know the situation with him. I do know he exists because a lot of people have asked me my thoughts on Nux Taku, and I'm like, who? So I have nothing here to explain or even offer to help on this. So hopefully he'll say something.
Nux will say his piece whenever he talks about it. When the whole Nux Taku situation came out, and there was a security breach, and Nux Taku took it on himself to enact his own brand of justice and take down the doxer himself and call out VShojo for not doing it themselves, he was 1,000,000% in the right. He was. Nux Taku did nothing wrong. I want to make that very clear. He did what the company should have done. Now, the girls, Nyanners, Ironmouse, and everybody else who called out Nux afterwards, I am telling you, was fed false information by the company. And VShojo was using the girls to push their agenda, to push their narrative, because they know if the girls say something, the internet believes it. If you guys don't think that VShojo wasn't manipulated.
Okay, so that's explaining the NDA like a little bit, well, like part of the NDA a little bit better, because they know that these girls are so influential, and so the NDA is basically to keep them in line from not only just exposing shit things like that, but also as he said, to push a narrative. That's wild. I never really stopped to think like the levels of what a VTuber is to the rest of the world, like, or a fan, or even a casual viewer. I never stopped to think about, things like that because it just never made sense to me, I guess. Or it's just like, that just seems like such a far away thing. I don't know. But like, so it just never occurred to me that they would go through things like this. But or like the I guess the proper uses of an NDA. I really don't know. I have things to look up, or something that you guys can explain to me in the comments below, because I have no idea about like corporations and how greedy they are. I just know to stay away from them because they pull shit like this. And I once again am not disappointed.
Manipulating the girls of their company to push their own agenda. I don't know what else to tell you. That is 1,000,000% what happened. VShojo was 1,000,000% feeding the girls false information, false narratives to get them to push their own agenda. Nux did absolutely nothing wrong, and it would also be great for any of the girls to be able to vouch for that at a certain point to exonerate Nuxtaku's reputation of nearly 4 years. Now, I will also say this. If you notice when when Nyanners, Silver, and Veibae all left VShojo, none of them really interacted with any VShojo members anymore, at least certainly not to the degree that they once did. I am so sure that, and I really want you guys to take my word for it, I am so sure, and you can believe me now or you can believe me later, take your pick, that the girls who stayed in VShojo were fed false information again, bad-mouthing Silver, bad-mouthing Veibae, bad-mouthing Nyanners, saying that they were greedy scum fucks that they needed out of the company and to not continue interacting with them because they're bad eggs who are greedy and selfish and only have interest in their own self-gain, which is why none of the girls ever interacted with anybody who left VShojo.
I don't know. That being said, I'm actually inclined to believe him because he is basically saying, wait, just wait, because once these girls basically have the muzzles taken off of them, so much stuff is going to be said that he will be proven right. I feel like he is being extremely sincere here. And oh man, when that happens, it's going to be a shit show. So crazy. I know this is why the internet is just blowing up with this. It's going to be spectacular. Like, no matter what happens, it's going to be spectacular.
But VShojo was manipulating these girls for money. They were manipulating these girls to push their own agenda. They were manipulating these girls to be at each other's throats, and they were manipulating these girls to do their bidding because they didn't know any better, because making a org out of a bunch of young, impressionable women really gives you a good opportunity to make them do whatever the fuck you want. And guys, I'm going to say this again. There is more coming, but we might have to wait a while. VShojo is, and has always been, the worst VTuber organization.
Oh, wow.
I have been saying this for well over 15 months. They are the worst. They are pieces of shit. Their IRL interactions at cons were always egotistical, arrogant as fuck, and uncomfortable. You will hear more, but that is just a theory. Feel free to once again say that everything that I'm saying is a massive nothing burger. Feel free to say what I'm saying is, well, Tecton always talks, and he has no idea what he's talking about. 2-3 months, you'll see that I'm just right about everything. That's okay. You do your thing. I have this ego for a reason, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
I appreciate him. I really do. Oh, man. Secret VShojo VTubers never paid? Oh, my gosh. They have secret ones? But yes, I think this is the last of the story. I'm sure that there is so much more information that is missing. I mean, I don't know what else could be said, though. I mean, they stole so much money from other people. The fact that they got away with it for this long is crazy. Like, I know that this is this only the US division, or is this like for the Japanese division as well? Because is there a difference? Are they two separate companies? I wonder, what else is going to be said? I am excited to hear when the other foot or other shoe drops. So I will make sure to cover it with you guys, at least talk about it with y'all so that you guys can get a little bit of an update. And yeah, I'm excited. So make sure if you like the video, you hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you, cuties, for helping me get to 1K. I'll be talking to you guys soon about what I want to do to celebrate that. So keep an eye out for it, won't you? I'll see you all soon. Hey there, cuties. I was going to let this go live today, and then I just found out that VShojo has released a statement, and it's been community noted. So we're going to read the statement real quick. I think that's hilarious. All right, so just real quick, VShojo has failed, and I've mismanaged. Okay, this is also written by a guy named Justin Gunrun. I don't know. Let me zoom in. It says VShojo has failed, and I've mismanaged the company into the situation you're all witnessing. So today I am sharing the difficult news that VShojo is shutting down, and I take full responsibility for the decisions that led us to this point. I've been doing everything I can to fundraise and right the ship these past few months, but despite my efforts, we are in a worse position, and those I care about are now paying the price. Over the past few years, we raised around $11 million to pursue a bold talent-first approach in VTubing, prioritizing creators and community over short-term profits to achieve long-term sustainability. Our funding went directly to our creators through generous splits, debut investments, infrastructure, concerts, events, and staffing, all designed to support them. We also wanted talent to own their IP, which we knew was a unique creator-first approach for our agency. However, despite all our efforts, the business failed to generate the revenue we needed to sustain that model, and eventually we ran out of money. Additionally, I acknowledge that some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with talent activity, which I later learned was intended for a charitable initiative. At the time, we were working hard to raise additional investment capital to cover our costs, and I firmly believed, based on the information available to us, that we would be able to do so and cover all expenses. We were unsuccessful in our fundraising efforts. I made the decision to pursue funding, and I own its consequences. I am deeply sorry to all the talents, staff, friends, and community members who believed in our brand. You did not deserve this. Oh my goodness, because this has already been community noted. It says, Justin claims not to know the purpose of the funds, but he personally congratulated Ironmouse on the completion of her charity fundraising event and posted Ludwig reposted Ludwig directly mentioning that half the funds would go to charity. Oh, they even brought the stuff. They did. They brought some more tea. Look at this. They have receipts for it. The feds will be looking at this post. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. That's legal mindset. Oh my gosh, he is just on the ball with this. And it's been archived. Oh my goodness. Ironmouse just blew past my old Twitch sub record and still has another day to break Kai's record. I've seen some weird people flame her on Twitter the past couple of weeks, but I hope she shatters the all-time sub record. She's a great streamer, has one of the best stories on Twitch, and is also donating half the money I raised to charity. Go Ironmouse. Yeah, congrats to her. So happy for her. So, okay, I don't know who Ludwig is. Yeah, even Polygon had an article on it. Ironmouse is now the most subscribed to channel on Twitch ever. I mean, like, that's crazy. Good for her. Totally happy to hear that. But like, so yeah, he's gonna try and say he had no clue. So what else did you not know, honey? I would love to hear about it. So yes, they did file for bankruptcy. It is insane. I cannot wait for all the tea that will be dropping or spilling or being poured for all of us. I am excited. The stories are going to be amazing. Anyway, cuties, thank you so much. Have a good one.
Yeah.
One last thing, cuties, before you go. You can find me on all platforms as Siniviere. Also, don't miss me and my friends on Countercast every Monday at 6 p.m. CST on Words of Paradise's channel. Be sure to stop by and say hello. I always love hearing from you. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. And, if you'd be so kind, help a girl out, won't you? Like and subscribe. I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye.